Today in physics, we're talking about wave behavior. We can demonstrate wave behavior with this wavetable. This wavetable has individual bars all mounted to a central surface, and each one of these is painted on the end to try to help you see it a little bit better. I'm going to disturb this end of the wave, and it's going to travel through this series of bars to the following end, and this end is fixed. It can't move. And so we want to observe the wave as it propagates through the table and what happens on the end. So I'm going to give a little disturbance so that the amplitude goes upright and see what happens. Okay, so we can see that when you send a upright disturbance, I'll do a little bigger, when it comes back after hitting a fixed end, it reflects underneath and then returns to this side. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this to a free end. I'm going to release this from that bar, and we're going to see what happens when we send a wave, same side of the wavetable, but I'm going to send it from a free end. So we'll do the same thing. It gets to the end, and look, it comes back actually on the same side of the table instead. So I sent it a crest on top, it propagated through there. When it got to the top, it came back on top because that end was free to rotate. The last thing I want to show you is a principle called dampening. And so what I can do is I have a little plunger that has some water in it, and I can attach this to this last tine, and we're going to see what happens when we dampen the wave. So we saw how that should have come back. Let's see what happens now. Send a wave in, still comes back on the same side because it's kind of free-ish, but you'll notice that the amplitude that comes back is much smaller, and this wave quickly gives up its energy to the water and that moving piston on the inside of that. This is a really good thing that takes place, for example, in your car. Every time that you drive down the road and you hit a pothole and you have the springs in your car, it will be an awful thing to then continue to oscillate your car all the way to the grocery store. So your springs will dampen that vibration and kind of take it out so that you don't continue to have that in case you happen to hit a pothole.